stops there. And here comes Hurst. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over with David and Lee, a rower and old Etonian who's so posh that at the last Henley Regatta he tested positive for caviar. Double gold medalist Matthew Pinsent. Gary and Rory's guest has a lot in common with Matthew Pinsent. They both have ambitions to come first in Sydney. Comedian Julian Clary. We start off with our excuses round, where sports people try and explain away a disappointing performance. David, Lee and Matthew, it's boxing for you. Here's Ireland's Steve Collins on his way to beating Chris Eubank for the WBO super middleweight crown. But after that defeat, what excuse was given by Brighton's favourite monocle jodhpur-wearing git?
Is it that he thought he was going to fight Joan Collins instead? He prepared, obviously, had a load of bitchy remarks, but...
So, oh, you're mutton dressed as lamb, he was going to say.
Yeah, you've got a 12-stone Irishman pummelling you, and you're going, look at those shorts. It don't work, does it? As I say, boxers are quite stupid people, really, because they earn millions, don't they, boxers?
Life's too short, yeah.
And you'd think, as they are self-employed...
Show's too long, isn't it? Sorry?
Sorry, I mean...
I was just talking to Gary, sorry. We were something to show we had something in common there.
What, money? How much money have you got, Dave?
Not as much. Not as much as him.
He's got a lot more land and
He's got a lot more land. Have you got a lot more land?
Look at the quality of the servants.
But it's no good. but, Gail, it's no point in you having a lot of land, is there? Because you never used to move much anyway.
I think maybe he wanted to lose because I used to do a bit of boxing and I was once licked in the ring and... Have I gone too far?
Is it something to do with... it's hypnotising, isn't it?
I'll give you 3 points for that, yeah. The answer is that Chris Eubank believed that Steve Collins had been hypnotised before the fight. Here's the victorious Collins to explain.
We scared him at the weigh-in. We went up to him and told him that I'd been hypnotised and that he was fighting a machine, and that seemed to work. That's what happened first time round. Second time round, we just gave him a beating because he deserved it, you know.
Eubank recently spent £45,000 buying himself the title Lord of the Manor of Brighton. That's the WBC Lord of the Manor of Brighton. The WBO manorship is still vacant. Gary, Rory and Julian, some highlights from Amsterdam. It's women's athletics and the 1928 Olympics. So here's Germany's Caroline Radke coming home first in the 800 metres final. But after this event, all women's races were banned from the Olympics for the next 20 years, except for the 100 metres. Why do we think that was?
No, I don't know what I'm doing here, really. It's... I just want to be one of the lads. Really. And we've bonded, haven't we, Gary?
Yeah.
Share the same foundation.
Do you? Yes, they do.
Chairs.
And they have bonded. At the risk of being sexist...
It's a risk you rarely take.
Was it because doing the long races they were getting back too late to have your tea on the table? OK, sorry, no, apologies. Was it because they didn't have enough energy left for the dusting and tidying events? Oh, no, sorry. Was it because they all went, ooh, when the starting pistol went? At the risk of being sexist...
You've been waiting for this question all your life.
The 100 metres is a straight race, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they don't let women race in a straight line, because once they had to turn a corner, they get completely lost. That's all, girls. Thank you. Good night.
You got something amusing to say.
After all that.
After 4 series.
Was it some kind of medical reason?
Sort of. An alleged medical reason, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Good.
I'm trying to answer the
I
question.
thought you didn't know anything about sport.
I'm diving now into the world of gynecology. Was it to do with...
Rory's got his Bronze Life-Saving Award. It was to do with the physical rigours of training.
I told you that.
Yes, I know. But I already knew, Julian. I'd like to know what they felt
They
the
might
physical
age
rigours of
prematurely
training
or something.
is absolutely correct. 3 points. Yeah. Here's Fanny Blankers-Cohen, winner of 4 gold medals at the 1948 Olympics, with the story.
We had an 800 meters in Amsterdam in the Stadium of Rome during the Olympics. It was very bad to look at it. The girls were tired, they couldn't walk, they collapsed. And, don't laugh, the London Daily Mail said the girls would become old too soon. Ridiculous.
So, that's 22-year-old Fanny Blankers-Cohen. The British runner in that race took so long, she actually finished in colour. So at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points and Gary's team have 3 points. Round 2 is our injury board. Each team selects a number which will reveal a sporting figure and an object. We'd like to know how the object injured the sportsperson and put them out of action. So, David's team, if you'd like to pick a number for us.
2.
Number 2.
Oh, which 2?
So, that's crazed drug addict Diego Maradona and Miss Universe. How did the beauty queen injure the midget genius from Buenos Aires?
Just say it's a pleasure to have Matthew on the show. It's the only gold medal we got last year, wasn't it? It's lucky there were 2 years in the boat. We got 2 that way, didn't we? I know you're on your own with Steve, but what I've got to ask this, because I think a lot of people know, what does the Cox actually do?
Have they got like an A to Z? Hold on, under this bridge and then straight on.
What do they do?
Yeah, what do they say?
A lot of people think that they just sit there saying in, out, or stroke, stroke, or whatever.
If not now, when?
I know what they do, because I used to be a Cox.
So, Julian, what did you used to say in the boat, then?
Well, the Cox... I'm sorry to jump in, because you barely opened your mouth this evening. There's plenty of time.
Those nights is yeah.
The Cox is steering, for a start, and that's very important, because you have to go...
I've never seen him do that. What's that bit?
You have little toggles like that, don't you?
Rudder strings.
Rudder strings, thank you very much.
I beg your pardon.
No, it's, you know when you row, right, because I've watched it on telly, you row, right? First of all, you're going backwards, right, which is quite an odd thing
you're
to
always
do.
going backwards, but anyway, go on.
If you can't see them, you don't know what they're doing, do you?
No.
Like, because you're always in the lead. What you should do is just get your boat up and run alongside.
Start up the motor.
Or the motor, yeah. So you've got your own ideas now. I've brought you on. Do you ever wake up in the bath and go... You know, you fell asleep in the bath and you wake up and you go, oh, where's Steve?
So, Diego Maradona, then.
Did they collide outside the toilet when they went to powder their noises?
I don't know what powdering people's noises is.
Is this something social? Was he dancing with her, or...?
I'll give you 3 points. You can't get any better than that, yeah? The answer is that he danced with Miss Universe on Chilean TV and collapsed with exhaustion after undergoing what a doctor called a very emotional experience. Reports said that Maradona looked uncomfortable, crossing and uncrossing his arms and beginning to sweat heavily. And he wasn't even going through customs. Gary's team, a number from you, please.
6, please.
6. Let's have a look. OK, that's Newbury Rugby Union team and a tub of Vaseline. So, how was the rugby team injured by a jar of lubricant?
Shall I go first? Maybe there was sand in it.
it something to do with their slippery tackle?
Oh, you devil. Get the idea now. I think they put it on their ears.
They do.
So that they don't get all...
Cauliflowers.
Yeah.
You need a lot for you, girl. You'd have a scrum, but it'd be about 10 foot apart.
I don't think you'd ever get me in a scrum.
Oh, you'd be surprised. So they put it on their ears and it caused some kind of dermatological side effect.
I'll give you 2 points because it's very nearly right. No, I might give a bonus point if we can get the exact dermatological problem.
Well, I played Henley for... I played rugby for Henley.
You've done 2 sentences so far, and neither of them meant anything at all. I used to Henley for, you know, I'm...
I've done 2 sentences as well, and I was fitted up on both of them.
These guys play in the same division as Henley, and apparently the rumour was they all went down to training midweek and happened to share a pot of Vaseline for rubbing on their ears and whatnot. And...
Come on, you don't want to chafe whatnot.
And they all picked up skin rash and boils.
Boils. I'll give you the point for boils. Boils is a word I was looking for. Well done. Yeah. They should have phoned Will Carling for advice. He knows what it's like to be plagued by a weeping, yellow-headed nuisance. So, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 5 points and David's team have 7. In this next round, we celebrate the time-honoured link between sport and verse. We've managed to unearth 2 pieces of sport-based poetry for our teams, and we want to know what lines follow. David's lot, it's Britain's best-loved poet for you, John Motson. During Man United's 1-0 pummelling of Liverpool back in 1994, Motty suddenly switched from his normal prose style into verse.
Well, early on, Liverpool was strolling, and they had United rolling.
Make sure you got the words in the right order, Matthew, come on.
I've had enough from going home.
Well, that'll take some time, won't it?
Early on, Liverpool was stolen, then they had United rolling, but when Cole put the goal in, Liverpool's fans all left to get the dole in.
Yeah, like that.
Very good. Liverpool was strolling and they had United rolling. A talking lizard landed on the pitch and proved to be a hit. Even my coffee has been spiked, or this cannabis is good shit. I've got an idea here, Rory.
What?
I found that if you end the 3rd line with the word banker, it does tend to open up a whole new world for you. I'll be back.
I can think of Incy Mincy. That's...
Well, I'm going to give you 1 point for being the first person to realise that the fact Paul Ince was in the picture might be relevant.
And then along came Ince, and from then they did Convince or something like that.
Yeah, you get that bonus point, which I'd already given anyway. Yeah. Let's hear that Motty poem in full.
Well, early on, Liverpool was strolling, and they had United rolling. But when United had to convince, they produced a goal from Paul Ince.
Gary's team, your poem was written by John Whitworth after watching David Gower bat against New Zealand in 1978. Here are a few highlights from David's long and varied career at the crease.
And he's gone. And he's gone this time.
Out. We honour him because he is young, and all he does.
We honour him because he's young, and all he does is comb his silver nylon fuzz.
We honour him because he's young, and all he does is think of how he's cursed by that balding Cockney Hurst.
It was very good, except we did say it was written in 1978.
I was bald then.
Right.
Can I just just ask, Dave, how many times were you going to hit it round there before you realised it was a bloke? You must have the memory of a goldfish. Click. Oh, shit. Oh, he's there again. Well, I think it's good that they let you get out 6 times in one match. We honour him because he is young in all he does. According to his wife, it's not very much, so she buys loads of things that buzz. And I should know, I work on the estate. Wakes up the chicken sometimes.
You don't know, do you?
No.
No, no, Rory?
We honour him because he's young and all he does is see his banker.
OK, here is John Whitworth again to provide the answer.
We honour him because he is young, and all he does partakes of youthfulness, simplicity and grace.
Isn't that lovely? David was so impressed, he's had the toilet door it was written on framed. At the end of that round, Gary's team have 6 and David's team have 7. OK, in this next round...
Where did that poem come from, anyway?
A book of poems about failed cricketers, I believe. Which is particularly unfair, as I should say, in public, that David Gower was my hero when I was a young child. I've now had the cataract operation. In this next round, we feign surprise as yet more sporting stars dress up in stupid costumes just to get their photos in the paper. We want to know what story lies behind the picture. Gary's team, here's your pick. That's ex-world motor racing champion Michael Schumacher holding a chimpanzee.
Interestingly enough, I went to the same escort agency. And I also got an ugly German.
Had he been on a wife-swapping weekend with Michael Jackson?
That's an unfortunate hand gesture for a German, isn't it?
Is it in a circus?
It is in a circus.
It's a charity event.
Yeah.
In a circus.
Yeah. I'll give you 3 points for that, yeah. It is, in fact, the German answer to Comic Relief, in which top sports stars have to take part in a circus act. And Schumacher chose to appear with the trained chimps. German Comic Relief, eh? Bet that's funny. Mind you, still funnier than ours. So, David's team now, cast your eyes over this. That's ex-Newcastle boss Kevin Keegan and Terry McDermott.
Who's Terry the Turbot, anyway?
Is Keegan just starting the chorus to YMCA?
Is it conclusive proof that you should never bail out of a plane with a solid parachute?
Has he been conned into a timeshare in Gateshead?
Is it Kevin Keegan demonstrating the tremendous strength and power of the Liverpool perm? I.e., you can headbutt your way out of an Eskimo's house.
So you can establish where they are and why they're there.
Where they are, is it... Ah, this will be the new place where they're going to build
Iceland.
Newcastle's new ground.
Lapland, good.
Is it where they're building Newcastle's new ground?
Landlap, as you might have said earlier in the show.
Have they gone to look for Father Christmas?
Yeah, go on, I'll give you a point for mentioning Father Christmas. This was the occasion when Keegan decided it would be a nice thing to do to take 200 underprivileged Newcastle kids to Lapland to see Santa. The Geordie kids wrapped up really warm for the North Pole. Some of them wore 2 T-shirts. So, at the end of that round, David's team have 8 points and Gary's team have 9. It's time to manhandle the mighty in our next round as our teams play Field the Sportsman. Gary and Rory, you first. Out you pop. Blindfolds on. You have 90 seconds to identify a mystery sports person.
Right.
So, can we have our first mystery guest, please?
What?
You keep that blindfold on, Lineker. And your 90 seconds start now.
Is it the Gower Hunt?
Definitely heard the barking of dogs.
She's over there, Gary.
Is it the Spice Girls?
Am I going?
She's over there. Walk a bit. Forward a bit.
This way?
Up, yes, up a bit, down a bit.
I'm not going over there.
What is
I'm
it?
not going over there. I don't know what it was I felt. It's a Korean takeaway.
Is it Bristol Rovers?
Hey, it's Damon Hill's new car. Humans at last. It's a
sleigh.
It's a dog sled team. Is it the British dog sleigh racing team or something?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Well done.
Very good.
That's right. Messrs. Yes, it was indeed Messrs Littman and Chappell, the British sled dog racing champions. But brilliantly, although being the British champions, they've never tested themselves on the international stage because of quarantine laws. The dogs can't go in or out of the country. Which is absolutely true. I'm very good, I think. OK, David and Lee, would you like to take your positions?
So how does Gaza play internationals then?
Blindfolds on. Can we have our next mystery guest, please?
You're right there.
I'm sorry, mate, you can't park there. OK, your 90 seconds start now.
You've given me a clue there, haven't you? You can't park there. Yes.
Now you know he's over there.
What? Oh, blimey. Oh! Hang on a minute. 50 pence, mate. Listen, mate, I'll have a look at it for you, but I'm a bit busy. Where is this? Is this still it? Hang on, it's got wheels, so it's not in Manchester. I don't even need to smash the windows to get this stereo. This is brilliant.
It's an old-style helmet. Hang on.
An old-style helmet?
I don't think there's any clues on that. Is it sort of 50s, 60s, 70s? Where are we?
It's an old motor car, isn't it?
It's got no MOT.
Yeah, we want to know the name of the person in it.
The name of the person in it? Well, was the car relevant? Why did they bring the car with them?
Is it?
There's room to park outside!
Is it someone like Sterling Moss, is the question? It is.
Congratulations.
Hold on. Jimmy! So at the end of that round, David's team have 11 and Gary's team have 12. We end the show as usual with the chimp-holding, prematurely ageing name game. The team in the lead goes first, which is Gary's team at the moment, only by one. Could you pass those to Mr. McGrath for me? Thank you very much. OK, and your 90 seconds start now.
Footballer was in a band with Lake and Palmer.
Emerson.
Emerson, thank you. Arsenal, football, cricket, England, dead.
Oh, Dennis Carlson.
West Indies cricketer with a very difficult name to mime. First part of his second name, like the Australian to throw up.
Ryan Giggs.
Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs is close enough.
Chanderpaul.
Yeah,
What's that first name?
Go on.
Savareen.
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced in Hindi.
Savalon. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It's a golfer. Second name, what a rabbit does. No, not that.
Hop.
No, digs holes in the ground. Digs holes.
Burrows.
Burrows, yeah. First name... it's... The first part is an old word meaning colourful and happy.
Stained glass.
Stained glass Burrows will do me. Next. Now, second name. Julian. Second name, if you were to raise this garment...
Yes.
It would be...
Lots of flab.
Yeah, what's his name? Footballer?
Shirtless.
Peter Shirtless, yeah.
This is your chance. 6 will do it. This is your chance.
6?
Yeah. OK.
6 will do it, and you're still giving us a chance?
Yeah. Your 90 seconds start now.
Oh, cricket bloke Beefy.
Both of them, Ian. Both of them.
Both from Ian? Yeah. Go on.
Did Matthew come up with that one?
He drives motor racing and he knocks Damon Hill out of the correct.
First name?
Michael.
Right,
Don't you know his name?
Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver.
Turpin, Dick.
Correct.
Knockman.
Why do you keep answering surname first? What is that? Is that some sort of public school hang-up? He used to be an MP for the Tories, and he's an 800-metre runner. Correct. Boxer. Boxer. He always does a somersault when he jumps into the ring. Sorry,
Prince
Julian.
Nassim.
Correct.
Welcome to the show.
Small dog.
Last name?
Hamed.
Thank you.
Small dog that you.
Jack Russell.
Blimey, you are quick. This one, he's a golfer, and it's sort of a shoplifting, come buying the thing at the same time idea. It's like. What you've got is like, the first name is The Something Is Right, Come On Down.
Price?
Nick Price, correct. And this one is, the second name is another word for solicitor. Not, you know, money-grabbing bastard. Nothing like that. Lawyer. And the first name is, comes after January, February, March, comes after March.
April.
Correct, well done.
Well, who would have believed it? In a show featuring Julian Clary, David's team have come from behind. So, Gary's team have got 16 and David's team are the winners with 19. So, our thanks to David, Lee and Thew Matt, and Gary, Rory and Julian. We're all off to find some 8-year-old Indian children to make our new They Think It's All Over footballs. I'm Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now.
Who said women can't run? Look at my hand and I show you 4 golden medals and I'm still in life.